spoke to one Chinese migrant man, though, Jason, and I asked him why exactly it is that he's come to the U.S. The answer may shock you. Listen here. Why did you come?
Take money.
Money?
Yes.
For job?
Yes.
There's no job in China.
Maybe, I don't know.
What up, y'all? It's Papa Z, and I'm back with another video. Man, let me keep it real. Let me keep it real. So the young man said he coming over here for a job. That's not a reason to seek asylum, man. California has the highest unemployment rate there is. So what jobs? Who's lying to you about there's a lot of jobs over here? Because I know a few people that are currently looking for a job. You got to have all these different qualifications and all these different things to even get a job. So you coming over here to think that you just going to get a job, or any of you Chinese people. There are no jobs here. I already know. I get it. You guys going to create a job just like they've been creating jobs over here forever. But I'm going to tell you like this. There's enough Chinese food restaurants. There's enough Louisiana chicken spots. It's enough of that. It would be a difference if you walk in, and keep it real, black people. Keep it real. I'm going to keep it real. It would be a difference if you walked into any of those places and you seen people of color working in there. And I'm talking about black people. Because what do you see when you walk in those places? You see nothing but either Hispanics or Chinese. You expect to walk in a Louisiana chicken and see black people in there cooking. But no, the Chinese own that. And I know y'all know it's true. You know what I'm saying? They own in the liquor stores. They own in the donut shops. All of that. And we can't get nothing. We try to go apply for a loan to open up a business. They gon' do a blood check and a background check and everything for us to get a couple of dollars so we can open up something. But they here it is. They let the Chinese and other people, you know what I'm saying, the illegal immigrants come over here and just give them money. Give them money. For real. When the last time have you seen anybody black on the side of the street cooking any type of food to sell? You don't really see that. It might be a few people, maybe every once in a while you will see somebody barbecuing and selling some barbecue plates. But what you see taco shops on the corner, pushing the push cart with ice cream and the corn with the mayonnaise and the things like that. That's what you see out here. I don't know about any other state, but I'm quite sure it probably is the same thing. Because if a black person was to set up shop on a corner and put a tent up and start selling food, we will get hit with all kind of health violations and all kind of stuff like that. They won't allow it. But here it is. You got a lot of Chinese coming over here talking about jobs. And from my understanding, you got to have permission to leave China to come over into another country. You know what I'm saying? They claiming they seeking asylum, but they're not. They coming over here because somebody told them it's a lot of jobs over here. Ain't no jobs. I believe it's something more sinister than what is being said about the Chinese coming over here. I seen this news report saying otherwise. You know what I'm saying? Is something more sinister. Y'all look at this.
Across that border, we are seeing Chinese soldiers come across. And really what we're talking about is China putting together the infrastructure in the U.S. to attack the U.S. So clearly we've got to secure that border or we're going to be fighting on our own soil.
Well, it's just incredible to me that this administration refuses to acknowledge all these Chinese nationals that are coming through the border. They're creating a little mini army. And I'm wondering what the point is here. Are they trying to put people in place, I'm talking about communist China, so that when and if Donald Trump wins, they can create havoc in the streets and become saboteurs, starting wildfires and propaganda?
Absolutely. That lab in Reedley, California, the secret Chinese biological weapons facility, that can't be the only one that China has. And then you put together these images of recent Chinese migrants coming into the U.S. less than 3 weeks, taking target practice with sniper rifles and pistols. So really what we have here is the makings of a Chinese army, not in China, but in the United States itself. And the Biden administration is not tracking these people.
This is incredibly disturbing. And you said target. I know you just wrote a piece on this. If you are running from persecution, the first thing you want to do is make sure that you have a place to live and you want to be safe. You're not exactly going to go pick up a rifle and start doing target practice, are you?
No, and we're hearing over the last week when we talked about this last, there are more and more reports of Chinese taking target practice in the U.S. So it's not just the ones that we saw in those images, it's also in Idaho.
It's unbelievable. The Wall Street Journal is out with a report titled "China's Shipyards Are Ready for a Protracted War. America's Aren't." They write this: while Chinese shipyards are thriving and primed to build at wartime rates, U.S. shipbuilding is in disarray. According to this report, Chinese military planners have leveraged the nation's shipbuilding empire to build up the world's largest navy. I've talked about this with General Jack Keane many times, who told me we are, bottom line, outgunned when it comes to the Navy in the U.S. versus the Chinese Navy.
Clearly, China has more ships than we do. You know, we say our ships are more capable, as the Chief of Naval Operations said yesterday. But the point is, you know, when you have a lot of quantity, you can overwhelm quality.
Now, y'all see? Why is it a lot of young Chinese men coming over here? Military style, in shape and all that. They don't look like they are running from their country from anything. Man, people need to get ready and wake up. You know what I'm saying? You need to get ready, wake up, hit that gym. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know. You never know. But I'm preparing myself, because just today it was a couple of bus loads of illegal immigrants being dropped off in San Diego, in the streets, just being dropped off.
Some migrants are being dropped off. He has an update for us from San Diego. Bill, what are you seeing?
Yeah, Dana, good morning to you. We are in San Isidro, a part of San Diego right now, where hundreds of illegal immigrants have just been mass street released from Border Patrol custody. This bus you see right here is apparently an NGO or volunteer organization bus. They've all just gotten off a Border Patrol bus, two of them actually. They're now waiting to board this bus. I've talked to several of them from Peru, from India, from Colombia. The group from Peru told me they are here to work. They are going to Atlanta and Minneapolis. Let's see if we can talk to some of them real quick. Hola, español. ¿De dónde son? Ecuador. ¿A dónde vas en los Estados Unidos?
Nueva York.
New York. Going to New York. ¿De dónde son? ¿De dónde son? Costa Rica. ¿A dónde vas en los Estados Unidos?
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
New Jersey.
¿Dónde?
New Jersey.
None of these people are being vetted. You know what I'm saying? None of that. And I stay in California. And I know some people going to say, you voted for sanctuary this and you voted for that. This. You can't tell me what I voted for. You don't know what I voted for. You know, me being from California, I was used to, you know, hearing about some of the illegal crossings, but it was people coming from Mexico and maybe South America. But for people to come in from other countries out way past Mexico, coming from China and India and all these different countries. Because from my understanding, seeking asylum means go to the next country that's safest to you. Not coming all the way thousands of miles to get over here to the U.S. border and paying and plane tickets and all this other stuff to get over here and then talking about y'all seeking asylum. That's not what asylum seeking is. Just in case if you guys don't know what asylum means, seeking asylum mean, I'm going to put something on the screen so you guys can read it. Look at this. Now, does that say anything about leaving your country, fleeing your country to get a job somewhere else? Because you can't work until you become legal. But they, the Chinese are, they blatantly saying it, you know what I'm saying? They coming over here to work. They ain't running from their country because they life in danger. They coming over here to take money.
We used Google Translate to communicate with one of the Chinese men. He told us how his group got to the U.S.
Flew from Turkey.
Turkey? Yeah. Airplane. Did you land in Tijuana, Mexico?
是的.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want a job? Do you want to work?
是的，我想要工作. Yes.
Republican Congressman Darrell Issa represents the Hukumba area. He was here today witnessing the surge of illegal crossings in his district, which has seen more than 20,000 Chinese nationals arrive since October.
What I saw today was shocking. Chinese and other nationals from around the world no longer saying they're coming here for asylum. They're admitting they're coming here for jobs. They hear that they'll get in, and they will.
Border Patrol reports San Diego sector has now seen over 140,000 illegal crossings since October. That's about the size of Dayton, Ohio. Many coming from Asia. Where are you from?
India.
India.
China.
China.
Georgia.
Georgia. Ma'am, where are you from?
China.
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 Yeah.
China.
Yeah. China.
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 My message to President Biden is close down the border based on the policy changes that have allowed this.
And Border Patrol says the number of Chinese nationals crossing illegally here in the San Diego sector is now up 500% over the same time last year.
And the way that the government and the blue states are ran, they're going to give them the money for free. They're just going to give it to them, give them housing, all kind of resources and everything. When you got people in California who needs those same type of resources. The people in California are going to start protesting in a minute when they start trying to shut down these schools to house these migrants and these Chinese people coming over here. It ain't happened yet, but it's going to happen. So, California, prepare, be ready to protest to stop what's going on. Because we are all looking at the other states going through what they're going through, and best believe it's going to happen here. There's no wire, razor wire, or nothing to block them from coming in. They're going to come in and they're going to set up shop, and I believe it's something else sinister that's going to happen. You know, they said something about Joe Biden is paying Chinese for their vote.
I just got to ask you, the Supreme Court said that he couldn't do this, and yet he's still going to give billions of dollars to student loans. Some would say he's buying votes. What do you say, Governor?
He's buying votes. That's exactly what he's doing. The timing of this to follow through on what he has threatened to do for so long is incredibly hypocritical of him to say that he cares about this country and continue to accumulate debt and hand out money to get himself reelected. And I just hope everybody in America realizes that we're still spending more money than what we bring in this country. So when he does stuff like this, he's literally borrowing this money from China and then giving it to people so that they will support him and put him back in the White House so he can continue his reign of control. So it's really the worst of the worst, and Americans are waking up to it with all these crises we have going on at the border, our national security, people's gas and groceries being unaffordable. People are struggling right now, and this president just is not even aware of what the reality is on the ground.
So just be prepared, Californians. It's out here, and it's gonna grow, because there's been 20,000 Chinese nationalists that came out here, and the majority of them are young men. So, just prepare yourself. But anyway, I'm out of here, man. Like I always say, protect yourself at all times. Keep your head on the swivel. God bless America. And I'm out. Papa Z. Peace.